Hi everybody, Buzzsaw Gaming here, hanging out with my retro gaming buddy, Mr. Buzzsaw, on his comfortable sofa right there. We are here to describe the best gaming generation ever, Generation 4. In the background, as you notice, Zelda, A Link to the Past, playing on the Sony 27-inch Trinitron CRT TV. Anyways, first of all, we've recently received an avalanche of new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining Mr. Buzzsaw's army. Welcome. You found a wonderful home. Hopefully we can live up to your expectations. It's been a fun journey so far. We're very blessed to have this many subscribers for such a small and young channel. Thank you so much. Of course, we love it when you like and comment and subscribe and share and all those things. But anyway, just wanted to mention that. It was truly amazing to see that. And Mr. Buzzsaw is quite happy, as you can tell. Anyways, the fourth generation, the greatest gaming generation of all. Now, why do I say that? I mean, well, first of all, we've got 4 wonderful consoles in that generation. As you know, the Super Nintendo, represented by this arcade stick right there. TurboGrafx 16. All those great Super Nintendo games down there. The amazing Sega Genesis. And of course, can't forget Neo Geo. I don't have a Neo Geo collection, but I do have the SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1, which is basically the top hits of the Neo Geo. So it's just such a wonderful generation. I mean, it's just 4 consoles, 4 unique, hard-hitting consoles. I mean, you couldn't go wrong buying any of them. I mean, they were all 4 of them were extremely powerful, just amazing games, just beautiful graphics, and just so different from each other. It just was absolutely, the best time to be alive to experience that firsthand. Absolutely wonderful. And so much innovation and so much happened. Oh, Mr. Buzzsaw licks his couch. So much innovation during that time period too. And also, I mean, being nostalgic, I mean, that's the last generation where all the major players had cartridges. After that, we went to optical media, to CDs and DVDs and all that. So it was the last stand, the last of the Mohicans, right? The last cartridge-based systems, although they all had, well, not all, but TurboGrafx 16 and Sega Genesis had CD attachments, but the main console was cartridge. So that was the end of an era, an absolutely wonderful era of gaming with cartridges. And I love the cart gaming, and that's why in 5th generation I stuck with N64 and Atari Jaguar, the absolute final 2 consoles that use carts. Anyways, the innovation, I mean, look at this. Look at this amazing controller that Super Nintendo came out with. So comfortable, so amazing. Their arcade stick as well, really cool. I mean, so awesome. I mean, all those buttons. I mean, now we had 6 buttons. We had so many buttons, didn't know what to do with them. All those features that we had just was amazing. TurboGrafx 16, no slouch. I mean, with their turbo switches just incorporated into their turbo pad. Absolutely awesome as well. It was a great benefit in shooters and games like that. It was so much fun. Their turbo stick as well. One of my favorites. I love it. It's got a great form factor. I just love playing games with it. It's so much fun. And, Sega Genesis also had an awesome arcade stick as well. And that 3-button controller. I mean, I love that chunky, big boy Batman-shaped 3-button controller, which is absolutely awesome. I love it. It really brought the arcade home, the Sega Genesis. That's what I remember most about Sega Genesis. Because of these consoles, I mean, I didn't own the Genesis at that time, and I didn't own the Neo Geo at that time, which I still don't own a Neo Geo. It was too expensive back then. It's too expensive today. So, but I do have a modest Genesis collection. And it's absolutely amazing. I love Strider and Altered Beast and, Golden Axe, the original Outrun, Alien Storm. I mean, this is what, they brought it home, the arcade, and I absolutely love it for it. So, amazing. And then TurboGrafx 16, a top 5 console for me. TurboGrafx 16. Oh, Mr. Buzzsaw lounging away. Bonk's Adventure was so much fun. At the time I liked it more than Sonic and Mario. I just thought it was so creative. Bonk with his big teeth and biting on things and getting supersized with meat and all that. It was just a fun idea, and the caveman theme, I loved it. All the dinosaurs and all that stuff. This is Mr. Buzzsaw's era, that was, he would fit at home in Bonk's world, I'm sure. And later they came out with Air Zonk, which is just, my favorite shooter, I would say. And then Ninja Spirit, it's such a cool ninja game. Devil's Crush, the ultimate in pinball, just the creepiest, coolest pinball game ever. And Splatterhouse, we didn't see that stuff on, Nintendo, original or Super. It just was, so cool to just, have a 2x4 and, mashing zombies and bad guys and all that, and the undead, I guess, right? And then R-Type right there. The shooters were just amazing on TurboGrafx 16, as you know. So many great ones like Air Zonk, I just mentioned, R-Type, Blazing Lasers, was such a time to be alive. And right there, we can go over SNK Arcade Classics first. Neo Geo, that was just something revolutionary at the time. I remember, at the time, kids in school talking about the Neo Geo, like, oh my God, this thing is so amazing. It's the actual arcade, and you can take your saves between the the console and the arcade and all this kind of stuff, and it just had those beefy graphics. If you ever saw the Neo Geo cart, it's just massive. It's huge. It's like the size of Mr. Buzzsaw's sofa, I think. I don't know. It's just massive, and it was such a cool system, and really the SNK Arcade Classic Volume 2 on PS2. It's a wonderful way to experience it on the cheap. They brought the originals, and everyone can play them now. So it's so much fun. Those Neo Geo characters, Magician Lord, and, all those cool fighting games. King of the Monsters. So many cool games. It was just, something unique too. It was like all 4 of the systems were, very, very unique and different from each other, And then, of course, Super Nintendo came out, was the last one to come out, and wow, did they ever impress. Contra 3, Super Metroid, I don't know, one of my all-time favorite games of all time, just the eerie environment. I don't think that Super Metroid has ever been topped as far as a Metroid game. And Street Fighter 2, oh, there you go again. Street Fighter 2 also came out on Genesis and on TurboGrafx 16, well, via the PC Engine. And it's an absolutely awesome game as well. I remember kids in the arcades and just, fighting each other, quarters on the screen, which is so revolutionary. As now we have systems powerful enough to play a game like Street Fighter 2 at home, which was so much fun. And Turtles in Time, arguably the best beat 'em up ever. It's just so much fun. It's just so satisfying to just, grab the enemies and flop them from one side to the other and then throw them at the screen. It's just cool stuff like that came out in the 4th generation. And that's why it's my favorite generation. And that's why I think it's the best generation in gaming. Down below, let me know. What are your thoughts? Do you think, what's your favorite generation in gaming? Is it the 4th generation, or maybe it's another one? I typically cover 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th generation on this channel. The best of the retro generations, in my opinion. So do you think 4th holds up? Do you think it's the best generation? I'd like to hear your comments. And of course, Zelda right there. Oh my gosh, A Link to the Past. Absolutely amazing. In my opinion, it's the best 2D Zelda. It's just so much fun. Well, maybe it's a tight race with Zelda A Link to the Past and then Zelda 2 on the original Nintendo. I just absolutely love that game. Just so amazing. So the graphics in Zelda A Link to the Past, they're just, beefed up and rounded, and it just did such a good job. So this generation, I love it. I love the carts. I love the nostalgia, the controllers. I like just, hooking it up to my CRT like that and just do old school gaming. I mean, no adapters, no modifications, no nothing. Just hook it up to the TV with the, with the old the component cable, composite, whatever it's called, and just play. I mean, that's just the way it used to be. So anyways, just wanted to share that. My favorite generation of gaming, the best generation of gaming ever. Thank you so much if you stuck around to the end. If you did, please put a lizard emoji down below. We love all the subscribers, all the comments. It's been awesome. Mr. Buzzsaw chilling out right there. And yeah, Mr. Buzzsaw signing out. Have a wonderful day.